Hello everyone, welcome to Coding Intuition. Today we are going to solve Jump Game 5 problem on LeetCode. So let us just quickly understand what is the problem. In this problem we are given an integer array and our task is to go to the end of the array by following these rules. So we can jump from one index to other, and how we can jump is that we can go to our next index, basically that is I plus 1 if it is inside the bounds of array, or we can go to our previous index, that is I minus 1. And another thing, if the array, any value inside the array is equal, we can jump to that. For example, in this question, like we have an 100 here, we can jump to another 100, and we can jump to another 100 if it was there. So in this question, the shortest way to do it will be moving from this 100 to this 100, then going backwards, I to I minus 1, and then going to the end, the same value 404. So that is what we have to do. Just have to follow these three rules and try to find out the shortest path from starting to end by jumping on these indexes. Okay, so let us just quickly move to whiteboard and try to understand the intuition behind this and solution. So to solve this question, we can simply consider all the values as an graph and try to traverse the graph and try to find the shortest path from the root value, that is in this case is 0, that is 100, and to go to our destination, that is this 9 index 404. This is our destination. So basically we just need to find out the shortest path, and we can do that by using breadth first search algorithm. So for that, we will need a kind of adjacency list, you can say, and we need to find out from. So now let us quickly understand it by walking through an example. So as we know, it is a graph. So and this value, the first we have to start from here and reach up to here by following some rules. So first of all, we will put our first value inside the queue, which is our zeroth index. We will put indexes inside the queue. Now what we will be doing is we will just whatever is inside the queue at the front of the queue, we will pop that out and assign it to uh, current index. Okay, so it is popped out, and we will set the value of 0 index to true. Now we will search for the adjacent values of 0. So adjacent values of 0 are 1, 0 are 1 and 4. We will put that in a queue, and before putting that we will always check if they are visited or not. So as we can see here, 1 and 4 are not visited as of now, so we will put that inside our queue. So now as we have completed one iteration, we will increase the size of our array. This will be more clear where you have to increase your size of your array when we walk through the code. Okay, so now as we have put in neighbors of 0 here, so when we complete neighbors of 0, then we will increase the size of array. So first of all, let us now find out the neighbors of 1. So neighbors of 1 are 0. Now we will mark, first of all, we will mark 1 as true, which means it is visited. Now we'll find out the adjacent values to 1. So adjacent values to 1 are 0. 0 is already marked as true, so we will not add that in the queue. And 2 is not marked as true, so we will add that. And we will try to find out another value for 23, so which is also same at same index 2. So now as when we have added the 2 inside this, so it will be marked as true right then. As soon as we put anything inside our queue, we will mark that as true, so we will not add it again. So before this, I forgot to mention that 1 pops out and current index was assigned to 1. So now again we will pop out 4 and try to find out the adjacent values to this. Okay, so we will pop out 4 and assign it to current index. So current value of current index is 4 now. So now what are the adjacent values to the 4? So 3 is adjacent to 4, and so as soon as we add 3, we will mark it as true. 3 is adjacent to 4 and 5 is adjacent to 4. So we will add 5 as well. So now as we have find out the adjacent values of 4, which are 3, 5, and another 100, we will not go there because it is already visited. And also another thing, we will mark every time we will go through complete every time we have find it out gone through any map value inside any map, we will delete that from our map, because if we keep that inside our map, it will when the loop runs again, it will get again assigned and will create the redundant. Okay, so for that reason we will erase that value from our map. Okay, so now we have erased 100, and minus 23 should also be erased from our map. So this is also erased. So as soon as we go through all the values of anything inside our map, we will empty those values. Okay, so now we will go through now we will increment our answer as all the adjacent value to 0 are done. Now all the adjacent value, when all the adjacent value to these are done, we will increment our answer again, or we will increment our answer if we find end of the array. Okay, so now let us just quickly see if uh, so now just let us quickly see the adjacent values of 2. So adjacent values of 2, when we are going to find, we will pop it out of the queue and put it inside our current index. And what are the adjacent values to the 2? So adjacent values to 2 is minus 23, which is already visited, and 404, which is also already visited, as we have marked it visited when we have gone back from 100. Okay, so the adjacent values of 2, both of them are visited. We will do so, we will add nothing inside our queue. Now adjacent values of 3 adjacent values of 3 are 100 and minus 23, which are already visited. Sorry, I forgot to mark it 2 when we have went to 4 in first line. So these two are already visited. Now we will visit another value, which is 9. 400 can also go to 404. 404 can also go to 404. So we will visit to 9, and as soon as we visit a value which is equal to length of array minus 1, which is 10, minus 1 is 9. So we will say we increment our answer, and we will break out of the loop and return our answer to be this. So I hope this explanation makes it a little clear. So let us just quickly walk through the code that will make your understanding more very much clear. So let us quickly walk through the code. So first of all, we will create a map in which we will add the indexes corresponding to the similar values. For example, in this first case, we have 100. We will add 0 and 4, which are the indexes corresponding to the similar values. And similarly, for all other values, we will create this map, and then we will start a breadth first search. For that, we will firstly push our initial value, which is our first index 0, inside our queue, and we have to run one level at a time. That means if you can see this loop, the whatever is inside the queue when of for the parents neighbors. For example, first of all, we have 0, we will run it one time. So and on the second time, whatever are the neighbors of 0, we will completely run all of them first, and then we will move to next neighbors, or neighbors of their neighbors of 1 and 4. For example, firstly we have 0, their neighbors are 1 and 4. So firstly we will complete 1 and 4, and then we'll move to their next neighbors, because that's how we will know how many nodes we are covering while going to the end of the array, and that's how we will increment our answer. Okay, so every time we go to the next level, we will just increment our next answer. So what are we doing here? We are just popping out the front value from the queue, and after popping out that value, we will check the previous value to it, current index minus 1, and mark that as true when we visit that and push that inside the queue. And we will also check if the current index plus 1 is equal to array size minus 1, which means we have reached the end. If we go to this index, we have reached the end of the array where we have to reach. Basically, we have the answer now. So we'll return the answer right from here. We will not proceed ahead, and we have not done it for current index minus 1, because we have to go ahead in our array, which is at the end. So there is no use of checking that condition. So I have not checked it. Now we will, if this condition is false, basically we will check for a current index plus 1, and we will check if it is not visited. We will mark that as visited and push it inside our queue. And we will also add our similar neighbors, basically the neighbors which have similar values. So we will also check the similar thing for them. We will check if they are visited. If they are not visited, we will push them to the queue and we'll mark that as true. And every time we will end this loop, we will set our current array to empty array, because that will reduce the redundancy in our code and will make it faster. If you run this code without this line, this will give you a time limit exceeded error. So I hope this code makes this problem very clear, and I hope it had helped you. So thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.